Till now you have learned about the different layers of the earth, and now we are going to learn about rocks. The earth's crust is made up of hard and solid material. That material is called as rock. The earth's crust is made up of hard and solid material, and that material is called as rock. Depending upon the size, color and texture, the rocks are categorized into three types. Depending upon the size, color and texture, the rocks are categorized into three types. Let us see what are those. Igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Depending upon the size, color and texture, the rocks are categorized into three types. They are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Let us learn everything in detail. Igneous rocks. The magma which is there in the mantle layer has rised up to the crust. It gets cooled down there. It gets solidified, thus forming igneous rocks. The magma has reached to the earth's crust. It gets cooled there. After cooling, it gets solidified and thus forming igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are also called as primary rocks. The magma which is there in the mantle layer has rised up to the earth's crust, and there it gets cooled down, and after cooling down it gets solidified, and after solidifying rock has formed, and those kind of rocks are called as igneous rocks, and the igneous rocks are also called as primary rocks. Igneous rock is further divided into extrusive rocks and intrusive rocks. Extrusive rocks are formed when the magma that is there in the mantle layer has rised up to the earth's crust due to volcanic eruption. Due to volcanic eruption, what happened? The magma which is there in the mantle layer has rised up to the earth's crust, which we call it as lava. There it get cooled down, then again it got solidified, and thus forming extrusive rocks. So what is happening here? Magma has raised up to earth's crust, that we call as lava, cooled down there, solidified, thus forming extrusive rock, and it is taking very quick time, or we can say it as the cooling process is in a fast rate. The cooling process is taking very quick time, and whatever the rock that is formed, that we can make it into a fine grained powder or fine grained glasses. So this material, the rock, the extrusive rock which is formed, is that we can make into fine grained glassy substance or glassy powder, whatever it is. So everything is happening externally on the earth. So thus extrusive, we name it as extrusive. Everything happening externally. You can easily remember externally, extrusive. Now let us see intrusive. Intrusive, the name itself you can understand, it is happening internally. So what is happening here? The magma has not come up the crust, but it is trapped under the Earth's crust. The magma has trapped under crust. There it got cooled down and it got solidified, thus forming rock, and it is a slow process because everything is happening internally, so it cannot get solidified so quick, so it is taking longer time to get solidified, and the rock has formed. The intrusive rocks are also called as internal. The name intrusive has come because it is happening internally. Here the magma has trapped under the crust and it gets cooled down there, it gets solidified, thus forming this intrusive rocks, and the process is taking longer time. So the process, we can say it as it's a slow process, and extrusive rock is a fast process, and here the rock that is formed is hard because it is taking longer time, so it will become hard. It's like a large crystal-like substance and it is harder than extrusive rocks. Now let us see sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are nothing but over times the rock which is formed has become into small fragments. The rock is broken down into small fragments. We call these fragments as sediments, and due to the process called withering and soil erosion, these are transported from one place to the other. The sediments have transported from one place to other by withering and soil erosion, by wind and all. This has transported from one place to other, and due to some conditions, like when these sediments get compressed, they become hard. Due to compression, when exposed to high temperatures and pressure, the sediments become hard, thus forming sedimentary rocks. The sedimentary rocks are having different layers. These layers we call as strata. Thus got the other name for sedimentary rock, stratified rocks. So over times the rock that is formed is broken down into small fragments or sediments, and these sediments are transported from one place to other due to the process called withering and soil erosion, and by wind and air, and when they are exposed or when they are compressed to high temperatures and pressure, they become hard, thus forming sedimentary rocks. And these sedimentary rocks are in layers, and these layers are called as strata. Thus the sedimentary rock is also named as stratified rocks. Example for sedimentary rock is limestone. And the stone, that is the rock that is formed, that is actually porous in nature. Porous means it is softer than the igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are, when compared with sedimentary rocks, igneous rocks are hard, but these sedimentary rocks are porous and softer in nature, and the example of sedimentary rock is limestone. And the last one is metamorphic rock. Sometimes the igneous rocks and the sedimentary rocks transform or metamorphose into another rock due to some temperatures and pressure, thus leading to a new rock, that is metamorphic rock. So igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks transform under temperature and pressure, thus leading to a new rock called Metamorphic Rock. I'll explain you with an example. Actually, limestone, you all remember, no? Limestone is an example for sedimentary rock. But when this limestone is exposed to intense heat and pressure, when this limestone is exposed to heat, temperature and pressure, it is transforming into marble, which is an example for metamorphic rock. I'll explain you once again. Sometimes rocks like igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks transform its nature under temperatures and pressure, thus leading to a new rock called metamorphic rock. Example for this, limestone is a sedimentary rock. When it is exposed to intense heat and pressure, it is transformed into a marble, which is an example for metamorphic rock. So now let us see minerals. Minerals are chemical compounds which are actually crystalline in nature, and these are the natural sources that we find in the rocks, and each mineral is having a unique character, like it is having unique chemical composition and unique physical properties. I would like to give some examples for minerals like calcium, magnesium, iron, copper. All these are the examples for minerals. I'll say again, minerals are the chemical compounds which are crystalline in nature, and these minerals are the natural sources that we can see on rocks. And the example for the minerals are calcium, magnesium, iron and copper. And these minerals are again divided into metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals. We can see these metallic minerals in igneous rocks, and non-metallic minerals are found in sedimentary rocks. If suppose there is high content of metallic mineral, then it is called as ore. Examples for these are iron ore, copper, bauxite. And the examples for sedimentary rocks are non-metallic minerals are limestone, mica and kaolinite. These are the examples of non-metallic minerals. Minerals are classified into two types, metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. We can find these metallic minerals in igneous rocks. If the content or if the amount of metallic mineral is high, then we call it as ore. The examples of metallic minerals are iron ore, copper and bauxite. Non-metallic minerals, we can find these in sedimentary rocks, and the example for non-metallic minerals are limestone, mica and kaolinite. Now let us see fossil fuels. Actually, what is a fossil? A fossil is the the remains of prehistoric plants and animals embedded on rocks. The fossils are the remains. We can say like decades ago, the plants, the remaining materials of plants and animals are embedded on the rocks. So that is called as fossil. Fossil fuels means these are actually the energy source of sedimentary rocks. Energy source. The fossil fuels are energy source of sedimentary rocks. I would like to give examples for fossil fuels like cooking gas, petrol, oil. All these are the examples of fossil fuel. Now let us see the uses of rocks, minerals and fossil fuels. Do you know, children, what are the uses of rocks? What we can do with the rocks? Rocks are used in construction, in making cement, concrete, and also in industries. These rocks are used. And rocks like marble and soapstone are used in making sculptures. Rocks are used in construction, in making cement, concrete, and these are also used in industries. Rocks like the marbles and the soapstone are used in making sculptures. Now let us see the importance of or the uses of minerals. What are the examples of minerals I told you, children? Minerals are the main source of iron. These minerals are used in making iron, gold, silver, copper, aluminum. So these are iron, gold, silver, copper and aluminum are made of minerals. And fossil fuels. As I told earlier, these are the energy sources. And these are also used in cooking, driving, and in factories. These fossil fuels are the energy sources used in cooking, driving, and these are also used in factories. Let us see the uses of rocks, minerals and fossil fuels. Rocks are used in construction, in making concrete, cement and industries. And rocks like marble and soapstone are used in making sculptures. And minerals like iron, gold, silver, copper are used in making these metals. Fossil fuels are the energy sources and these are used in cooking, driving and in factories.